My name is Dan Ariely. I'm the James B. Duke Professor of Behavioral Economics at Duke University.
Okay, great. So, 15 or so yes, no, maybe questions. More nuclear power in the U.S.?
Are you asking, do I want it or will it happen?
I guess I'm asking, do you want it?
Yeah.
Is it possible to have clean coal in America within 15 years?
No.
Would you try being a weekday vegetarian for a month?
Yes.
How about windmills within view of your home?
Absolutely.
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
Who knows?
Do you, or would you, only wash your clothes with cold water?
With cold water, yes.
Do you, or would you buy green power for your home if it was $100, $200 a month?
Yes.
Should we have a carbon tax?
We should have, actually the answer is probably no.
Okay. Do you, or would you consider line drawing all your clothes?
Yes.
Would you buy an electric car if it only got 100 miles per charge?
Yes.
Do you know the name of any of your state reps?
Yes.
Do you, or would you set your thermostat to 65 degrees during the winter?
No.
Do you look for local produce when you shop?
Occasionally.
Would you consider working 3/4 of the time from home?
No.
Should the U.S. enter a climate pact even if China and India don't?
Absolutely.
And finally, is Obama doing what he needs to do on the environment?
I think his heart is in the right place. Getting anything done in politics is very tough, so too early to tell.
Okay, so sounds like a maybe. Anything that comes to mind from the commentary from that?
So for me, one of the big issues is carbon tax. And here's the notion. It turns out that when we get people to pay for something, all of a sudden we change the relationship that people have to this activity. So for example, if you charge me for carbon, now I say, okay, I can pollute as much as I want. I'm paying for it. What's the big deal? So I worry about things that we start charging for, and all of a sudden we tell people, the only thing here is money, as long as you're paying for it. There's nothing you can, you don't have to feel bad about it. There's nothing bad, and actually, would people actually use more carbon under those conditions? So that's the kind of thing that worries me.
So would you say that it depend on the cost, though? I mean, you can do...
Yeah, so here's the thing. You can charge people a tremendous amount of money for carbon tax, right? It will be not worthy to anybody to do, but that will be incredibly hard for the economy, because what would you do? The prices of bread will go up. Everything that you have, transportation element will go up, so you don't want to make the price completely out of whack. But then you take people that have perfectly reasonable income, and you tell them, look, carbon tax, you pay for it, that's it. How would you feel now? I mean, or think about it differently. Imagine that for recycling, all of a sudden, they told me that every week when I recycle, I'm saving $5 to somebody else. Would I rather just pay $5? Of course, I would pay $5 rather than spend the hour sorting out recycling. Somebody else will do it with me. But how will I feel about the environment? How will I think about our future as a planet? I think carbon or pollution, all of those things are more than the things that we can measure with carbon emission. And if we want to have responsible, thoughtful citizens about the future of our planet, I think taxing carbon can actually be kind of, I'm paying for it, it's perfectly out of my mind, I don't need to worry about it, and not be part of what we think about as a role for being good people in society, thinking forward, you know. And then if you pay for carbon, now what happens with other things? What happens with pollution? What happens with recycling? Do you basically wash your hands off it because you say, hey, you know, I paid already for this, now I can pollute as much as I want.
All right.